Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Wisconsin All-Star Wrestling. And we're getting close to the end of the year. We are now in October. So we have October, November, and December. So after this, we would have 2 more events, and that is it for the year. And there are some people that, because their contract is in 2023, I may resign them. I may not. It all depends. If I want to regenerate new people coming in and kind of replace them, so to speak, in having different star power, or starting with people that have low star power and work their way up, so to speak, because I feel like the more, obviously, star power, the more money they're going to cost. And so if I go with lower star power, they're going to expect less money, and so then I can work their way up and not necessarily have like a child promotion, so to speak, but put them in the lower card and see how their progression goes as their star power may go up and stuff like that. But I may resign them because we are getting to a certain point where we are gaining a decent amount, especially with the sponsorship money. If we go to financials, and our merchandise is going up too as well. It was going from last year in October at this time in the game, we were making $4, and now we're making $54. So I don't know if it's the strategy of what I'm doing with having all these different storylines, and they're bringing in the popularity to it, and so people are wanting more merch, or overall in general, I'm adding more stars to the show, and with their star power and whatnot is regenerating them to want to buy merch, and that merch is getting bought to my company, even though these people are with other companies as well. But yeah, at the end of the year for sure, Butch, Taylor, Maxim, and Kid Cruz are going to be on written contracts. So the places that they are with right now, I think Butch Taylor's only with me, and then Maxim Cruz and Kid Cruz are with multiple different promotions. So they are going to be relieved from those promotions because I'm going to be giving them a written contract. So that's what I've been saying all along, because I wanted them to get a year worth of experience. They're pretty young. And then we'll sign them for a written contract deal, whether it be maybe $250 per month to start off with, because we're losing drastically a lot of money, and I'll eventually increase it and stuff. So it's not like I'm trying to rob them at all. So there's that. Financials, obviously, we're going down. Popularity is going up. We're just under the 5.0 mark. We're at 4.8. We've been gaining 0.3 every event. And last episode, you probably didn't see that I didn't open up promotions. I kind of give it a month break, or I just completely forgot about opening some up, but kind of gave it a month break, and because I don't think there's not many left, and if there is any left by the end of the year, all of them are going to be open, and then it just continues. We'll continue it. It's not like, okay, they're all open and the series ends. No, this continues, because potentially I could add real life promotions into the game, and that can cause some movement and whatnot, some challenges to try and keep superstars because of money related, but that's kind of further down the line. It's not any time close within this series, but it's a possibility of what can happen. So we are gonna simulate to our date, and as you see on top, I kind of mentioned it at the end of the last video, but I thought Nunes wanted D'Angelo in any way possible, but it was, a singles match and not a tag team match. I kind of put them in a tag team match and thought that was going to satisfy it, but because maybe trying to get the tag team titles off of them, and it did not work, so and she wanted a singles win against D'Angelo. I'll have to change that because I totally forgot that promise before I started recording, but I put them in a tag team match because I wanted to debut a new tag team. So we're just going to simulate to our dates real quick, which is the 22nd. So we'll simulate to the 21st. And hopefully we have maybe 1 or 2 stops when it comes to emails, but it seems like we're email list, or email like less, like no emails. Oh, 1 at the end. Promise failed. That is fine. So yeah, I wanted, because I made Donna Rocha and Deborah Cherry into arrogant duo because they're both arrogant heels, and so we're gonna edit that and we're gonna add them back into it, but we're gonna put them off to the side. And Raw Richards, where are you? There you are. Then we'll scale this back to a 5-minute match. Because if it's a championship match, I'll make it into a 5-minute match. So, and I have to take the titles off. And also change it to a singles woman match. Close. We could move it like that, but it really doesn't matter. They just wanted to match against each other, so I'll accept it. Yeah, it adds 5 minutes to the show. We're passing the minimum time, but it's nothing too biggie. So we'll simulate to the next day. And some people had their shows. We're going to get into it. So we had a 47 overall rating, final score. So Butch Taylor and Luister have been in a storyline rivalry, so to speak. And this time, instead of Luister and Butch, it is Oscar Shaw and Butch. And having Luister kind of interfere with it or be on the sidelines kind of it. And so Oscar Shaw did win. So Butch Taylor has not been able to win recently. He's been trying to do as best as he can possibly get to get that first win, but he has not been succeeded within Oscar Shaw or Luister. He has lost to both of them. Oscar Shaw gains the 0.2 popularity, and as you saw, Butch Taylor didn't gain anything. He's good at selling. Oscar had a performance boost with his gimmick, his star power, good looks. Butch Taylor's good at selling. He puts huge effort, explosive style. The vocal crowd was in love with the segment. And Butch Taylor helped everyone learn. They had a 70% score, 100% crowd reaction, 67%. And a true rating of 65. So to start off the show with the 47%. And then we have an angle with Killian James and Tugoharu. Killian James cuts a promo on Tugoharu. Kind of like, why did you beat me up and stuff and everything else. And I think they also had a match last time, and Tugoharu won overall. So things have been kind of rocky boat for Killian James. He hasn't been getting that win. So the musical performance gimmick added well to the beat, the star power, and the star power and good looks of Tugoharu added to it. So they had a 71% rating for that, and they gained 0.2 popularity. We had a 51 with James Atkins and Vanduan Conte. James Atkins wins. Star power, intimidating presence. And then Vanduan had a performance boost of his gimmick. Star power. Vanduan added to it. Vocal crowd were in love with the segment, and Vanduan had the heavy lifting. And then stage quality and camera quality. 0.2 gain for James, and Vanduan lost 0.1. 78% of the 100% calculated, 63 match quality, and then 70% true score rating, but 51% overall. Next segment, we have an 80 overall with cutting a promo. Javen Abori is kind of just like, hey, why are you facing me still? You're not winning. You haven't been winning. And so star power of Jaden and good looks of Jaden Cooper added to the beat to get an 80%. Jaden gains 0.2. So we had a 45 match with Zeravinai Kirk wins. So the Cruz High Flying Brothers have not been winning. They've been losing every single time. I know Kid Cruz and Zerub are excellent as opponents for chemistry-wise. And Zeravinai has gained 0.2, and Bo Davies and the Maximum Kid Cruz didn't gain anything. They're both good with selling. They're both good with explosive style. They both put huge efforts. Maximum Cruz did the heavy lifting. And they're both good at masterful in these tag team situations. So they kind of mesh together. And then we had 63%, 86 for the match quality, and true score of 62, but a 45%. And we had a 46% with D'Angelo. She wins. Dana Rocha had a boost of her gimmick, and so did D'Angelo. The good looks of D'Angelo. Full crowd were in love with the segment. Stage camera quality stays the same. And then D'Angelo gained 0.2. Rocha lost 0.1. And 66%. He had a 78% match quality. And then 63% true score, but 46 overall. And we had a 71% with Rain Grimes and Zoe Matthews. Kind of just like, hey, I won last time. Might as well put the title on the line. If you're so scared, why not? And star power and good looks of Rain Grimes added to it, and star power of Zoe Matthews. They both gained 0.2. So 71% final score. We had a 50% rating with Emmett Razi and Billy Clean. They're in a tag team match against Athlete Central, and Egon Morrison wins. They've been dominant within the tag team division. They didn't put the tag team titles on the line, just kind of like putting Billy Clean and Emmett Razi in a tag team because they are together in a storyline, and so thought it would kind of, if you had an option, that they would like backstab each other, but you really don't have an option for that. But the intimidating presence of Emmett Rousey, good looks of Emmett Rousey. The star power, good looks of Egon added to it. Billy Clean did the heavy lifting. Vocal crowd were in love with the segment. And Billy Clean lost 0.1. And then Harley Bird and Egon gained 0.2. Emmett didn't lose anything. So we had a 72%, 82 match quality. And then a true score of 69%, but 50% overall. We have 65 rating with Anna Becker and Holly Chen. They both gained 0.2. 76% with Anna Becker coming to the ring. She cuts a promo on Holly Chen, 70%. And then Holly Chen makes her entrance. And then they end up in a sparring match. And good looks and star power of both of them add to the whole entire thing, with the final score of 65%. We have a storyline of Aaron Crosco and Alex Adams, with 59% out of the 100% crowd reaction, 80% match quality, and then true score of 58. Alex Adams gains 0.2. He wins the match. Star power of Aaron, good looks of Alex, full crowd, and then stage and camera quality go together as usual. And we end up the show with a 77% of an angle for the main event. We have Quadis making his appearance, of him having the star power, and then he cuts a promo on Matthias to have that as at 81%. His cocky gimmick adds it, their star power, and then good looks of Matthias add to it. And then Matthias makes his entrance, star power and good looks. They end up in a sparring match and everything. The unstable gimmick added to the beat, cocky gimmick added to the beat, and star power and good looks of both of them added to the beat to end it with the 77%. We are so close. It was a 69%. We did not get the 70% rating. It probably helped with Javen and Jaden having that 80%, and then all of the story beats basically had 65 to 70, and the matches were like 43 to like 50s. So it's like, we're getting there. We're getting there. The popularity and the gain and everything is getting there, but we haven't got there quite yet. So we can't add anything. There is no bonus, but we're so close. End the show and see. We had 263 people show up. And we had 2,700 in ticket sales. That is the most we've had by 2. The highest we've had was 261 people. And that was back in like June or July. With the score rating of a 62%. Yeah, it was like 4 events ago. So it's, June, July-ish of the events, so to speak. So we're getting there overall, and our storylines. We'll look real quick to see. Quadis and Matthias are heating up a bit. Killian James going up a little bit, maybe not too much, but Holly and Anna going up a little bit. Alex Adams and Aaron probably all went up a little bit. Jaden and Javen, they're kind of staggering. So, and then Butch and Luister, I think I may have to end that one because I'm kind of letting the sim do its thing, but it's like, or it's, I'm gonna have to make Butch win a match, and it's kind of like I don't want to do that, but he hasn't won a match, and he's faced Oscar, his tag team partner, and Luister himself, and he can't win a match. So, and overall, so we can go to the roster. He's 0-5 this year for all time. So, he has all this stuff to him. But it's like, I want to just give it to him, but with all these matches he's been in, all these angles he's lost every single one. He's been in 5 matches this year. Otherwise, he's been in angles, and he's lost every single one of them. Or I just find somebody new for him. He's got 1 in North America, or he's gaining in North America too as well. She's got 27, so decent amount of people in North America with their popularity. Anna Becker has got nothing. And they got 21. Yeah, I think that's also a key thing is if they have North American popularity too that I should be checking up on, but I really don't do that. I really just check on the wrestling skill, entertainment, star power, kind of looks and imitation. That way it kind of depicts on what kind of character they can be. So it's kind of what I look at. But I should probably start looking at popularity in North America, because that could also help out too, overall in general. And with certain people, I may do, a renovation, so to speak, of the roster, with all that information and stuff, because if I want more popularity, possibly could be, if they want to be well known in North America, they got to be well known in North America. They may not have the star power or the skill, but eventually they'll get there with their attributes. I think I may look at that for next year, in the game of, if you kind of have less than a certain popularity or something like that, depending on where their situation is within the company, I may kind of release them and then get new people with better popularity in North America. So that will kind of help out with probably even some merch sales too as well, because not all these people may not be popular in North America. So and that's where I can get those sales. And so we are going to simulate to the 1st of November. And we will look at our finances and see. So we got 63, and our sponsorship has gone up by $60. So we're gonna get there eventually, hopefully. But yeah, we had $2,700 in ticket sales, 263 people, and trying to listen on salaries and staff wages and stuff, but really can't control that when you got so many storylines happening. And it also, within the show, with people struggling with breath, even with the 10-minute match, we're going to have to make them 5-minute matches, and then we can allow for more stuff. So, and, travel and stuff, I think it goes along with the staff wages, but anyway, that being said, oh, there's an email. Oh, promise failed with Louister. Failed. Well, this one's gonna fail too, so honestly, let's look at the database and see how many promotions are left. Alabama's active, Alaska's active, Colorado, Delaware is inactive, so 1, 2, 3, 4. All of Midwest should be. Oh, Kentucky. So that's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. So 23, so half of the states are still needing to be active. I am going to do it at the beginning of, or I'll just do it right now because we have 23 who still have to open. Normally I've been doing like 1 to 3. We're going to do 5 this time because I've missed. So we're going to do Wyoming, going to make them active. Kentucky. Idaho. Massachusetts. And Mississippi. I think that's roughly 5. Then we'll simulate a day and see what happens. Or 2 days. Proceed with 3. So we got 8 emails. Lei Chen signs with Wyoming, a push request. Before February of next year, we'll accept it. She also signed with Idaho, Massachusetts, that was Wyoming, Idaho. Promise of Dana Rocha failed, yeah. And Jordan Dorsey leaves. She's probably a owner or a booker somewhere. That's why she left. Yeah, she becomes the new booker of Mississippi. Alright. I mean, overall, it doesn't hurt us too bad. She wasn't in a storyline per se, so that will not hurt us one bit. It's sad that she did leave, because I was potentially gonna use her for something, but then I can replace it with somebody, or it just helps out with kind of having people kind of even out of them leaving the promotion, so that way I can focus on the people who I am gonna try and keep overall. So hopefully you enjoyed this video, as now instead of 23 there's 18 left for states, since I didn't do any for the past the last episode, and I didn't think there was that many left, but I was doing like 1 to 3, kind of picking a number in my head. But this time I did 5. That way it kind of catches up for the last episode. So the only person we lost is Jordan Dorsey. She is now a new booker for Mississippi. And I think for the plan, now since I know there's that many left at the end of year 2, so starting after the December event, we're going to open the rest of the promotions. That way when it starts in the new year, all the promotions are open. So that way year 3, everyone is on board and nobody is not inactive. They're all active. So appreciate it, you sticking around to watch the end of this episode, and have a good day and night wherever you are, and stay tuned for more to come.